Frankie, the 2014 VGMA Instrumentalist of the Year, has been saying thank you to his fans and all who gave him support, to industry players for winning that award. And he pieced this together in a very beautiful concert. Let's take excerpts from that concert from Frankie and friends.
Came out here to support Frank and friends. Your performance was great. You still represent the queen of jazz.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so tell me, what do you know about Frankie C?
He's an amazing drummer. He's my favorite drummer in Ghana, right? One of them. There are like three of them, but he's one of the three. And he's so dedicated and committed, and he's so hardworking. He works really hard at it, as you can see, and he's so deserving of this award. So I'm so glad that he got it.
Do you think that jazz music?
He's one of the most promising drummers coming out of Ghana. He had traveled a little bit and gotten some kind of experiences, and I think he's incorporated that into his formation of music. The way he drums and everything, I like it because traditionally, you know, he's doing that instead of copying the kind of music coming from America and all that. He's using the traditional aspect of our music, you know, putting that into the drums, and I respect him for that.
Dunia memuduka besar tak kemera duka naga kakali kakuma chewa kega. I got an answer, but I choose to tell you later. I say this world is not your own, 'cause if you die, your body know they go back home.
I really did enjoy the night that day. So today, when I tell you whatever is happening, you don't have to miss it. But of course, we have a surprise for you in the course of the show. Guess what? We have this medical doctor who is so smooth at even outside his profession. He's so smooth at music too. You have no idea how soothing it's going to get this tonight. Just keep your fingers crossed, because we're bringing you that right here. But of course, today, celebrities all came together at the Lizzie Sports Complex to, you know, I don't know if they were having fun or they were trying out another profession they can hop to. Of course, now football has a lot of money, with Asamoah, you know, coming up with $350,000 a week. Who want to play football and earn that, or even a quarter of that, of course? So now the musicians are trying out their luck there too. Someone is going to squeeze my neck. Okay, right, so let's take a look at them playing the football, and maybe you can quickly send to me who you think played good, who played well, and had the potential of taking after Asamoah. And take a watch at this.
Nice tackle. Hey. Let's go.
You were a great footballer.
Oh yeah, you know, I used to play when I was a kid, you know.
What happened? You turn to the madman.
I think, you know, if you grew up in the normal Ghanaian home, a typical Ghanaian home, you have to be able to play some little soccer and football, you know, it's our thing. So I used to play JSS time, you know, primary school time, maybe SS time, yeah.
You're back on the pitch. Do you think that you're winning this game?
Definitely, we are winning.
Are you hoping that you win, or you're just sure that you're winning?
You know, this game is just like a lawyer going to court. His aim is to win a case. So we are winning. You know, I can't say I will lose. I will win.
Are you born a footballer?
Yeah, naturally, you know, I'm a serious boy, you know. Anything that comes with exercise, you know, whether stage, whether football, you know, whether bedmatics, I'm still there.
Bedmatics?
Yeah, that's study of biology.
So, how was the game for you?
Well, I think it's been great, you know. I think my players did very well. I think everybody showed what he could do, and all we want are the goals. So I think since we've got 2 against 1, I'm cool now. I feel we're going to the next level. So, you know, people should watch out, man. We're still working at it. I just want people to see how serious shutter movement is. And this is one of the serious things we do. Anything that you put us to, we put seriousness to it and we just mash it up.
So you're winning this game overall?
Well, God knows, you know, it's a game, you know, and games sometimes come with, like, you know, disappointments and unfortunate stuffs. But I believe God really wants us to really prove to people. So shutter movement, that's the motto for it. So I believe this game is going to come to our side from the way I'm seeing things.
Yeah, we did win, you know, as a footballer, you know. I play for Sampdoria, and I'm very, very happy to be here, you know. And I just want to be part of this whole charity, you know. And I just like to play soccer, you know. I'm trying to talk like how the footballers talk, you know. All in all, I'm having fun. We didn't really win games. It's not really about the winning, you know. All the proceeds from here is going to go into the charity. So that's what we are really, you know, happy to be part of. We're just having fun, and that's it.
Oh, we didn't win. It was, is it 2-0? What happened was, you know, I thought this was all a charity game whereby we play, but it happened that some professional players were playing. And we are like amateurs. We're not acting movies here. It's football.
I'm playing for my own team, BAM Nation. So far, we won all our matches. We won 2 matches against Carcassonne and EL. I think we're playing R2Bs next, or Samini. I think the winner of this match is who we are playing. We're looking to win the cup. We're the only team that's won 2 matches, so far we're the best team.
No, we lost our first match against BAM. We won our second match against Shatter Movement. And the third match, R2Bs forfeited their match. So we're supposed to be playing right now, but the organization is not very good. So we're not going to play. Yeah, we're just leaving. Yeah, so it needs to be organized better. You know. Yeah.
Who are you here to support?
R2Bs. And EL. Yes.
Have any of them won yet?
Yeah. EL.
Take home the overall.
EL. Yes.
What about you?
Stone Boy.
Yeah. Stone Boy has a lot.
Sack all the way, or sack is not bad. Okay, even if sack is not bad.
Whoa, yeah. Much too much.
Right, so I was just admiring the way you were moving to your own tune. It sounds so original. It doesn't sound like a Ghanaian song. Forgive me, but it's just so quality. I love it.
Thank you very much.
You know, we are boxed in this idea that no matter what, we don't do it as fine as those who started it
Yeah.
make it. So
yeah.
it sounds so original.
Well,
did you get any grooming from Bob Marley himself?
no, well, maybe informally, you know, because I like listening to a lot of Bob Marley songs and Bob Marley tracks. And not only Bob Marley, but Buju Banton, almost all the reggae greats, you know. Jimmy Cliff, Johnny Nash, everybody.
Okay.
Morgan Heritage, Gramps Morgan,
Yeah.
Felix Bell, you know, everybody, yeah.
I see.
So you take a little bit of each,
Yeah.
and eventually you get your own style.
Forgive me. Let me do the official introduction now. Okay, so I got carried away. Guess what? Forgive me, but I love him too much. Well, so we have been joined on the white carpet by Nii Latte, and he is a musician, but of course, outside music, he also is a medical doctor by profession. So, and he practices. Don't get it twisted. He's still very, very active on both, and he says he's doing music small. That is the small you saw. Nii, welcome to the white carpet. It's like, why a high five here?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so let's take it from. Are you a Rastafarian?
No, I'm not a Rastafarian.
Okay.
But maybe I'd say I'm a Pan-Africanist, and I'm a Christian, but I still have sympathies, or I resonate with some of the things that Rastafarians believe in.
I see.
Like believing in the Sabbath. It's almost the same religion anyway.
Yeah.
A day when you should rest at the end of the week. Africanism, back to Africa. And things like that. Pan-Africanism. They're all tenets of Rastafarian. Maybe if not the belief, but the liberty. Of
so religion kind of plays a role in the kind of songs you do.
Exactly. And not disturbing the ecosystem too much, and things like that. They believe, for example, that you shouldn't eat meat and things like that. And if you check it out, you see that meat contains a lot of cholesterol. So, I mean, I think it's positive.
Okay. I quite remember you did not start music doing this kind of reggae genre. You started off with some love tunes. You did a few collabos here and there. So how about the transformation?
Well, it's not really a transformation. I've always wanted. Reggae has always been a part of me. Even when you check the love tunes I was making, you'd still find out that there were traces of reggae and Africanness or Afro pop and Africanness wanting to bubble up, But I think everything in its time, and this is the time when I really want to get to what I've really loved right from the very beginning, and that is reggae.
But you seem to take music on a slow note. No, I think naturally you like to keep it very quiet, even though what you're doing is of public consumption. How have you managed that?
Well, it's not deliberately meant to be quiet. It's just that like you said. It's a balancing act for me, trying to combine two major professions at the same time, and you don't want any one of them to suffer. So you take your steps gingerly. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, gingerly.
Exactly,
it's hot though, but still very juicy and smooth. Yeah,
exactly. But this time I'm having a little bit more time for the music, because I've really done what I want to do as far as medicine is concerned. I've specialized now. I'm in full flight. I'm practicing, and now I have a good management which is able to combine my time schedules and arrange for the few concerts I've played at so far.
And I will be commending your managing team, but before I do that, how is the reaction like from your patients, especially those who know you do music? And I'm sure some of them would love your music for the fact that you are their doctor. Some would genuinely love the music for its quality. How has that been like?
Well, it's usually a comment of surprise. Doc, was it you I saw in the newspaper the other time? And usually I'm like, oh no, it wasn't me. And then a guy looks like you. I say, oh, it was my brother. No, Doc, you're pulling my leg, and things like that. Then finally I have to give in and actually tell the truth. But it's appreciation most of the time. I mean, it started even from medical school. When I finished, lecturers began to tell me, oh, I like your music, get me a CD and things like that. So it's mainly appreciation. But sometimes they don't even recognize me, funnily enough. Because I remember one day I was in a consulting room, and I could hear on the TV outside, we have a TV outside, which to the OPD, that's the outpatients department. And I just heard my music being played on the TV. I said, God, man, these guys are going to come in and give me hell.
Yeah.
And everybody was just there.
They
A lot of them didn't even realize it until a nurse went outside and said, that's Doc, and then hell broke loose, you know. So
I see, yeah.
So sometimes, you know, I mean, but it's good. It's good because they encourage.
Yeah, but do you feel that your music is also a form of therapy for some patients out there who might not get close, and even those who come to the hospital for consultation?
Well, I mean, not necessarily only the patients, but I think music itself is therapeutic. I mean, House of Pain, for example, has a slow, soothing pace.
Okay.
The kind of music you can listen to after a hard day's work, or when you're relaxing with your partner, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, music has had therapeutic angles from long. I mean, if you check the Bible, I always say it was Saul and I think David.
Yes,
David used to play the harp, and whenever Saul would have his, I think it was schizophrenia or whatever it was, and they said he was being bothered by spirits, they would call David in to come and play the harp. So they merged somehow, you know.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
But you do it so beautifully. It's hard to believe you have that responsibility as a doctor, and you putting on another cap as a musician. Each of them is huge, like you said. Few people can do that, but what's the secret to the success you have?
Well, I don't think that it's only few people who can do that. I think people are just not brave enough to take on the two. So because I know doctors who are very good musicians.
Okay.
I know doctors who play very good football.
Okay.
But somehow they let the football go and then they just continue with being doctors. I know bankers who are lawyers. I know nurses who are lawyers. I know nightclub owners who are...
But you see, when it comes to music and it comes to a medical doctor, it's too distinct because one is seen as very serious and formal, and the other one looks very relaxed and almost looked at as unimportant. That's music.
Actually,
that's the perception out there. So combining the two...
Actually, I don't think we should be deceived. Music is very serious. I mean, unless you don't want to do it to the professional levels that it should be taken to. But if you really want to do music to that level, an international level, and a very professional level, in a place where the industry is working, I mean, it is very, very serious business. And maybe if I'm in such an environment, I would even find it very harder even to practice my medicine, you know. But like here, as you're saying, we've sort of not taken music seriously. So, I mean, it's like, oh, so how do you get time to do music when you're a doctor?
Exactly the question I'm having in mind.
But you know, it will come. It will come because just a few years ago, I mean, football was not taken seriously in Ghana either. I mean, I know people whose fathers would come and beat them off the football pitch and say, hey, my friend,
go and learn.
Exactly. But now, everybody's happy to take his son to some football academy.
You saw celebrities trying there.
You see now.
You see.
You know, so I think it will come. It will come. And when we finally have musicians who are superstars and impacting world thinking and direction of policies and things like that, I mean, people will take it more seriously. And then you see that, man.
But what inspires your music? When do you, how do you know, just how does the music come to you and you put it out?
Well, it comes in so many ways. Sometimes it's just listening to the news and you hear something on the news and it hits you and you want to comment about it. You know, you take a phone and you call the station and you never seem to get through. I've never gotten through to any of those programs before. So, Charlie, what is your alternative? You just take pen and paper and you start writing. You know that when you put that one out, people will hear it and listen.
Okay.
Or sometimes you look at other people's experiences and then you look at the experience and say, wow, this is a wicked experience, man. Let me capture it in music so that people can draw the lessons. Or sometimes it is your own experience which you don't want to let go. You might have a very a memory that is really well cherished and you want to capture it in a way that it will never ever be forgotten. And then as you learn, you learn about politics, you learn about health, you learn about whatever. I mean, it impacts on your writing. But a lot of the songs I write are in the bathroom. sometimes in the restroom. It's amazing. It's Charlie, I've got some interesting songs in the restroom, but I don't want to tell you about Charlie. You know, they come.
But at least you can just drop one
They
here for the love of the white carpet.
Mikebo, no. There was a track called Mikebo, no. You know,
okay.
yeah, I remember very well. It's Saturday morning, you know.
Yeah.
Man.
Can you just drop the line?
You know that song? Okay, it goes Mikebo, no. Mikebo, no. Don't take the for water.
Okay.
You know,
that song?
Yeah, man. You know,
wow. I love that tune also.
Give thanks.
Well,
give
naturally,
thanks.
I love music, and any quality
I can
music,
see
you
that.
find me enjoying it.
I think I've got to feature you, man.
You've got to,
In the In the next track, you'll be there, man, live and direct.
Thank you. I got myself and plugged in there, right?
Wicked.
That's so exciting for me. I look forward to that. But in the next 5 years, where will Nii Latte be? What are we seeing of you?
Well, you know, life is not in our hands. You see people pass away every time in the hospital, and you see people being born.
Yeah.
And there's a destiny for everybody. So I just submit my will to the will of God and just ask Him to direct. And wherever He wants me to be, I will be. But what I would want is that 5 years from now, my music should be really up there internationally and making the waves and impacting on people.
But your music is good. I listened to your cover for Ed Sheeran's. You've got to do that here for us.
Wow.
I listened to that cover and I was confused. In fact, it had to take Francis Duku to tell me that is Nii Latte doing that. I was like, wow. This is local.
Wow.
It sounds too original.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
It was. It's really bad that you don't have the video out yet. But that is good tune, and I'm sure if Ed should hear it himself, he would go like, man, let's keep this one and drop mine.
Give thanks, you know, respect to the man Ed Sheeran, you know, every time.
So what's stopping you from getting international? I mean, because you should be there to think that for how many consecutive years you keep winning industry awards for your quality video and your quality sound makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there slowly. I mean, I've been at Celebration, I've been at Rebel Salute this year. Who knows where I'll be, you know, in the next year, you know. So small. And like I said, I want to give thanks to the management again because they are doing a yeoman's job. I mean,
okay, so now that brings me to the comment I wanted to, the commendation for your management team.
Yeah.
In fact, behind every successful man is a woman, and of course, if you reverse, in front of every successful woman is a man. So, your wife is doing a good work.
Yeah, actually, it's a team of people who are working. It's Nii, Delphina, some few cousins, you know, family people.
Okay, so it's family business.
Well, I mean, and friends as well.
Friends,
Nana Texan is now with us.
You're being so careful.
Nana Texan is with us. So it's actually a team of people who have the vision. And they buy into my vision, and they're trying to push us somewhere. And I don't want to forget Mr. Don Green.
Mr. Don
Green, yes, he's in the States, and he's helping out as well.
Wow.
And I want to give thanks to people like Dean Fraser, you know, Mikey Bennett. Dean Fraser really, for some reason, he takes an interest in whatever I do. So, I mean, this Ed Sheeran cover, for example, he's the one who blew the saxophone, and he's the one who produced the track.
Wow.
You know, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so I wish I can go on and on with this conversation. You're really lovely to talk to. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you very much.
I'm so much in love with you. But
Thank you.
Let me just drop it here. People are screaming already that my husband is watching me, so I shouldn't give.
Respect to the man.
No, but I'm starstruck. Trust me.
No problem.
Right, so, but I definitely would love to hear you do the cover right here before you go.
Just give you a little line from it. It goes, baby, now, hold me in your arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Lay your head on my beating heart. Think it out loud. We found love right where we are. Yeah, man.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much. Respect.
Okay, so when you have such quality to keep you company, you just don't want this to end. But I wish I had direct control of time to just hold it and have all the fun before I release to make it continue. But of course, Francis and Chooks are coming over to continue with the fun. So don't go away. But before they do, I really would love to say to Airtel that White Carpet, we are so grateful. We thank you, and we are right here with you. But let me quickly take a selfie with me before he goes. This is an honorary way for my special guest. I don't do this with every guest, though. No, that's not to say that my guests who come are not honorable. They all are. Okay, quickly. Come, where's your camera?
So
okay. Yes, please, let's. Okay, so you see me taking, let's see. Do I have my clip? Okay, so did I get it right?
Wicked.
Oh, your face didn't show. I'll take this again.
Okay, let me calm down. I'll calm down.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that would be more like it. Okay,
wicked,
yeah.
That's a selfie, man. Oh.
Okay, I got it. Nii, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Right, so let's say thank you to Airtel, and when we come back, the show, we're continuing. Right, so this is the moment that you get to hear the views and critics' point of view, what they see about whatever happened during the week. We have been joined by Francis Doku, the entertainment analyst. Hi, Francis.
Hi, Gladys.
It was a good week, I guess.
It was a good week.
Great.
And I was happy to have seen Nii Lante on this.
So refreshing.
Amazing talent, that man. Amazing talent. I mean, you know, he's a medical doctor.
Yes.
You know, and
the fact that he wins industry awards like nobody's business.
And he killed me with that Ed Sheedran cover. Amazing performance. You know, when I heard the song the first time on Doreen show.
But you heard him do it here.
Yeah. I thought it was some foreign, and then Doreen said, by Nii Lante. I almost screamed.
Yeah.
You know, I think that gentleman is a talent. Imagine if he was fully into music.
Yeah.
Now you can introduce Chooks.
All right, so today I would love to introduce Chooks from feet upwards. Because he's wearing these very lovely, expensive shoes that I just can't help it but comment.
Amazing.
Whoa, those
beautiful shoes.
Beautiful shoes.
So they are showing my shoes now.
Yes.
You can see it
here. Wonderful.
Chooks, welcome to
Thank
my
you very much. Thank you very much.
I need not ask if it was a good week because you look it.
Yes, you know, let me be honest with you, my friends. You know, when I started appearing on this program,
confession time.
I didn't know that my things were limited. You know, by the time I kept watching the series, I think I was repeating the same shoe 1,000. I told my wife I'm in trouble. I have to improve. I will thank God.
Oh, God is great.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome to the white carpet.
Thank you so much.
Before we get into our conversation, I just quickly want to also tell you about a bit more of the things that are happening in town. For instance, we have the A's broadcaster, Dr. Gifty Auntie, who held her annual celebration of the Standpoint with this series, Women Called to Worship. And she had that today. Let's share a few of excerpts how the whole thing went. Standpoint, 7 years. We already started counting the 8th year. What's going to be new?
I don't know. We'll see where God will take us. It's been exciting 7 years. It's been very challenging. It's been such a journey. The tears, the weeping, the accusation, and at least all I personally needed was the word today to let me know that I've been liberated. The Standpoint has been liberated. We are going to fight on. We are going to go on, continue to do what we do, knowing that God is in our midst. We are praying and hoping that from this year onwards, we'll be able to take the program across the country. You know, we've had people coming from Central region, Western region, all of them coming to be part of today's program. It would be nice to take the program to them. So we are praying and hoping we'll be able to do that.
What is the biggest achievement you aiming at?
Whew, I don't know if I can, I can pinpoint one specific one, but the many testimonies, the people whose lives have been changed, those who have been empowered, those that the Standpoint has given a platform to. You heard Cynthia Macaulay. Because of the Standpoint, she's gone back to school, she's done her degree, and she's passed and passed well. Selena, the same. Becky Bonnie has a similar story. And the testimonies are amazing, and it's not only Christians, Muslims. Last week we had the Muslim Women's Conference, and it was the same. It's been amazing. Sometimes people you don't know that the program has touched comes to you and tell you that this is it. This is how the program has touched me, and it's been very rewarding.
Well, Francis is loving Gifty already. Well, before I hear what he wants to say, when was the last time you spotted this veteran actor, George Williams? Well, my colleague Abigail caught up with him and asked what he's been up to.
Tell us what's been happening with you lately. For me personally, it's been a while I saw you on TV acting.
Well, I have done a few, one or two perhaps, done one or two films, and mostly working nowadays in the advertising thing. So there's nothing odd happening to me.
Rightly so, but you know, is there any new movie you're working on, or you have, you know, diverted altogether?
Well, I want to do a couple of movies myself, you know. I want to produce them myself. But let me start working on them, and we can talk about it.
Well, you have been in the movie industry for a while. What do you have to say about current happenings? What's happening with our movie industry? I mean,
Well, I'm afraid I have nothing complimentary to say about the movie industry, because we have a whole lot of people who have no knowledge of, you know, they're not well schooled in the business of making films. And that's why we have all these juju films and things that we see, and I think it's atrocious. It doesn't do credit to the people who founded this industry, you know, the early people like, you know, Reverend Dr. Chris Hesse and the people before him. I think that we have gone down the drain, and I am very unhappy about it. And at one point I was obliged to take up what you call the baton, and when the Accra Film School was inaugurated, I had to teach, you know, speech and all that sort of thing, you know. And I'm happy that I've been able to do what I've done, especially in these recent days. So there you are.
Well, so I love his comment about the industry, what he makes of happenings now. Francis, would you want to comment on that?
Oh, the one before.
I'm asking about what George Williams actually said about happenings in the industry.
Well, I think he was spot on. Unfortunately, we have too many people who don't know exactly what they are doing in the movie industry. I mean, some have got money to invest in it. Some have got cameras, and they think that once you have a camera, you can take a few shots and put them together, splice, join, and then you have a movie, without going through the necessary process. I mean, there's a whole value chain when it comes to movie making that many people don't go through the whole process to it. I think his view is spot on. Previously, the people before who set up the foundation of movie making in this market, they knew the rudiments, they understand what had to be done. Yeah. And the people who came later we haven't taken time to study and learn and understand it before we do. So that's why we are where we are. The movies that were made in the 60s, 70s are way better than what we're doing today, because we don't take our time to go through the process.
Chooks, you have had a trial on filmmaking. What do you make of his comment?
Very perfect. You know, it's unfortunate, but we are trying. You know, what we are doing so far is what is putting us out there. You know, so we hope that he produces his own movie, because he's an old man. You know, when an old man says he will do something, it's different from when a young man says he will do it. You know, so that whatever he sees wrong, let him come and show us. You get what I'm saying? Yes. You know.
Do you know Chooks now produces films?
No, I didn't know.
Oh.
I produce YouTube films. You know, the YouTube one, I can just set up my camera, I do the light, I do everything, makeup, I will make you up right now. It's not a serious. If the man sees it, he will condemn me, not even the thing I did.
It will kill you.
Yes. But I love filmmaking, and I hope that with time I will do a better film. You know, that everybody will love.
Abby, we are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Okay, Francis, you still want to go back to the previous issue?
No, my only issue is that, you see, in this country, we're pushing certain things that I think we're getting it wrongly. Getting a PhD is not a joke. It's not an easy thing for people to study to get a PhD to be called a doctor. Sometimes you have to spend up to about 5 years, up to about 10 years, you know, just to, depends on who your supervisor is, just for you to have that doctor added to your name. What's happening now is, you know, people just get a little bit of honorary doctorate.
Where should be your problem now?
My problem is that, look, we're putting the cart before the horse. We're not even the cart before, we're muddying the waters, okay? That anybody gets an honorary doctorate and then a person becomes doctor. It is not so. It shouldn't be so.
What should it be?
It's honorary. You don't add honorary as a title to your name.
So when do you use the honorary?
You only write it on your paper when you show that you got honorary distinct from one, but you don't add it to your name and call yourself Dr. What's even your name? Dr. Gladys.
No, let's use you.
You know, you call yourself Dr. Francis Doku because Chooks University presented an honorary doctorate to you. It's not right.
But you know, even the honorary
and so the
doesn't
media
come
shouldn't
just
encourage
like
it.
that. It doesn't come easily.
Is it?
The honorary doesn't even come
But
easily.
the media shouldn't encourage where you just add people. I mean, I listen to some stations because their CEO has been giving honorary doctorate. We can't hear in this town anymore. And the media has encouraged that mediocrity to thrive, you know. Sometimes some of the universities that give this doctorate are even questionable, some of them, you know. So until the person has properly gone through the process of toiling, burning the midnight candle, dying on the paper, having this thing cancelled, and they come.
That one is your concern, as Chooks will say.
Oh, Chooks, what did you say?
That be your concern.
Well, the thing is that if you want to be a doctor, you can even be a native doctor. You know, all
doctor with doctor.
Yes.
Gasmila says he charges 80,000 Ghana cedis for shoes.
Since when?
Which Gasmila?
Telemo.
When did he charge that? 80 Ghana cedis.
80,000 Ghana cedis.
80,000.
8,000.
Francis,
I'm sure you are adding one more zero to it.
Maybe here, that is the new price he wants to be charging. Because who paid him that already? You know, and
haven't you seen this on Twitter or social media anywhere?
No, I haven't seen it. But you see,
he granted Hits FM interview, and that was where he said it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
would have asked
80,000. He charges 30,000 for is it small shows or something, and 80,000 Ghana cedis for live stage performances.
Really? Because why? Because he has Telemo and he has become popular immediately.
But it's not only Telemo that made him popular.
But it's Telemo that is bringing him here now. I mean, some of his songs were popular, but none of them is as popular as Telemo. No Gasmila song can.
Okay, well, but he actually says the 80,000 is for big shows.
Like what? What is big show?
Is it BET that he has?
Is
like
it BET?
BGMA, like Guinness Big Eruption, like, you know.
But that hasn't come since he became as popular as he is now.
Okay.
I think he mentioned what he hoped to collect.
Yeah, it's anticipation. I think so.
Yes, and then when you tell 80,000, then you bargain and then pay him 8,000. As in,
you remove 1 0.
Yes, and pay him 8,000. He will still take it.
Okay, so
no, I mean, a point has to be made there. Look, you can price yourself, but if you don't take it, you price yourself out, and you won't have shows to play. Gasmila is a good artist; is a big artist, but I think pricing himself 80,000 is way above, in my view, the price, his value. I mean, in the market. honestly. If
for
I have an
all
event,
you know, he feels it's reached.
it's not about what you feel. It's not about what you feel, but about what your value really is.
Yes. So
as I'm sitting here, I feel that you should pay me 10,000 every time I come
there. What do you think?
I feel like that. But the fact that I feel that doesn't mean that's what
you get.
Okay, so what do you think Gasmila's worth is? What's its value?
I won't place Gasmila beyond 25,000 for a show.
Okay.
Nowhere, not 25. I mean,
for a big
that's very high for a big show. For Guinness Eruption.
25,000.
Yes.
Would you?
If I go beyond that, call me Gladys.
Well, me, I don't have any money to give Gasmila at the moment. You know, those that will give you should give him.
No, I'm saying that assuming you have the budget, you have an event and you have the budget and you can pay Gasmila.
He said small shows, Abi. At least I'll give him 5,000. I try.
Okay, so let me. Our time is running out, so I've got to do a selection here. Okay, Shatawale says that he is holding. Don't believe in Ghana Musical Awards.
He's organizing it.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good thing. If he can do it, he's not talking about it. You know, when is he going to do it? you know, is it when he grows old or when will he do it?
Okay, so that's what he's saying.
Good luck. Not Jonathan.
Well, since he has said to come out with an award, we wish him the best. You know, as for Shatawale there, he can do anything. You know, he can do it at the beach, Abi. The last time he did it at the beach. So let him organize this award. Maybe Francis, we can give you something.
Anyway.
You don't need no award.
Meanwhile, as somebody is somebody is being honored. Basketmouth, Nigeria's comedian, has been honored in Houston for his contribution towards the comedy industry and, of course, raising high the flag of Nigeria. So it's 17th July has been declared as Basketmouth Day.
Wow.
To do what?
It's a day for comedy. The day
Where?
is observed in Houston.
17 July every year.
And this not just by somebody sat somewhere. It's by the Congress, Houston Congress. In the U.S. in Texas.
Are you sure? Are you very
Oh,
sure?
yes.
It's
the Congress. The Congress.
No, Fela Kuti was honored for his hard work towards
You're very sure it's the Congress of Houston.
Francis, okay.
Or Texas.
The last time I saw a mayor from
It's
Texas,
Houston.
they have a lot of
Houston
blacks
is a
there.
city in Texas.
Yes, they have a lot of blacks there.
Houston is a city in Texas.
Yes, I know. So it's by the Houston Congress.
Why would they have a Congress in Houston? It's a state. The state is Texas.
All she's trying to say is that they honored Basketmouth.
Francis doesn't
No,
want to accept
I just
that
want
one.
her to let me know exactly who's doing the honor. Because the Texas state Congress is
big.
It's big. Texas is the biggest state in the United States.
Okay, so let's take the story. David, give me the story.
We can talk about the honor, fine, but when you're telling me it's the Congress, I
David,
have
give
to
me
be
the
sure.
story. Let Francis, let it count, Francis.
David, come back.
Okay, now you can comment, right?
Yeah, so it's the mayor who single-handedly declared it, it's not the Congress.
Why
but
jealous?
I mean, no. I mean, Basketmouth is a very respectable, comedian in Africa, one of our best. I mean, for me, I always say that if you take away Ali Baba, the next person that comes is Basketmouth. I mean, he'll be fighting Gordons at that space, but he's one of the best. I mean, and if he's able to break through to that place to be commended, I think he's paid his dues, to the industry and beyond the shores of Nigeria and Africa. I mean, he's affected many lives out there. So it's very commendable that he's done that. I think it's a lesson for everybody, including our own comedians, to also work hard you know, so they could get to such heights as he has.
Chooks, your countryman.
Yes, in fact, I'm very, very proud. You know, I feel good here right now.
Now you feel like going to Houston, Texas already?
No. I'm cool here in Ghana, you know. Basketball has been doing well, selling Nigeria positively, you know, and this is the type of news we want to hear from the U.S., not the bad ones, you know, that they are doing. So they should go ahead and recognize hardworking guys that are doing well to promote entertainment, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel good.
Okay, before we go, let me take a few of your comments. So this says, hi Gladys, waiting for, okay, now we are here. Congrats to Basket Mouth. As for Shatawale, forget him. Please, don't let me read all your comments. So this says, I agree with Francis. Doctor qualifications are now being abused here in Ghana. Everyone is a doctor, diluting the qualification, and that is coming from you, Sam. Sam, you to go and get some ordinary and don't complain. No? Okay, this says, hello Gladys, it's long since I saw George Williams, aka Original Hacks, on set. I think I agree with the views expressed by Francis with regards to the abusive usage of honorary titles by some people, and that's coming from you, Baba Musa. This says, hello Gladys, you people are looking good. Uncle Francis, I love seeing you on this show. Oma Naija, well done. Oh, that's coming from Mrs. Sadat.
Mrs. Sadat, I love hearing from you too.
You see, this says, that's coming from O2Bs at Trifo Praso, all the way there. Okay, Ochiame Kwame is doing well with his hepatitis B advertisement. Okay, you mean advocacy. I think it's a good idea to create such awareness to the Ghanaian folks. Okay, so you can hear the montage. David is screaming already. As usual. Thank you so much for gracing the white carpet.
So
as usual. It's always a very special feeling to have you.
Absolutely.
Well, so this is where we draw the curtains. Thank you so much. But David, not too quickly, because I would love to leave my viewers with this special one by my own Alex with his praises. Let's enjoy the praises, and when we're done, go to bed thinking all praise for your maker. My name once again is Gladys Osei Oredi.